the 15-mark question in the context part of your AS Edexcel micro and your AS Edexcel macro paper is an important question. You know it's coming. Now where it comes in question 6, who knows? It might come towards the start, it might come right at the end, it doesn't matter. You know it's coming. You need to make sure you know what kind of question it's going to be and then how to answer it. It's always going to be, guys, a discuss evaluation-based question. And evaluation-based questions in Edexcel economics means you need KAA points, you also need evaluation points. Here, the structure I recommend you follow is to make 3 KAA points and to make 2 evaluation points. That safeguards yourself and makes sure that you can hit full marks here. For your KAA points, you're looking for 3 marks for knowledge, 3 marks for application, and 3 marks for analysis. It's beautiful for you making 3 specific separate points, nice and easy. And then 2 marks for detailed evaluation points. Let's go into the structure then. How do you get your knowledge marks? Well, remember, you're making 3 separate paragraphs here, aren't you, for your 3 points. So to get your 3 knowledge marks, identification of 3 factors or 3 reasons or 3 arguments on the one hand is absolutely fine. So that gets you 3 knowledge marks. Maybe there are some key definitions you want to make. That would count as a knowledge as well as you go through your 3 KAA points. Absolutely fine. Application. Whatever point you're making, guys, whatever, you can use something from the case study material to back it up. The examiner is expecting that. That's the only way to maximize your marks here. So every point you're making, KAA, you're looking for 1 reference to the case study per point. Very important there. So explicit reference, absolutely, or it's you making your point using the case study as your background material. So whether you explicitly quote or not, as long as you're using the case study and that's clear, you're going to get application marks. You're then looking for 3 marks for analysis. So each point you make, you need to explain in serious depth. Assume nothing from the examiner, guys, nothing. Assume the examiner is a non-economist. That forces you to write using chains of analysis where everything in that chain is explained well. Nothing is left out, proving to the examiner that you're a confident economist, that you understand all the theory, all the economics well. Then the examiner is going to score you full marks for your analysis. Would you draw a diagram here? Maybe. If one of your points requires a diagram, or a diagram would be useful in making your point really powerful, then absolutely use a diagram. Another great way to maximize your marks. But if you draw a diagram, you've got to make sure it's fully labeled, you've got to make sure that it's not inaccurate, you've got to make sure that nothing is missing, and crucially, you've got to refer to it in your writing. Only then are you going to get marks for the analysis of the diagram. So bear that in mind. So there are your KAA marks there. 3 points on the one hand. Now it's an evaluation question, so you've made your 3 points on the one hand. But what about the other side of the debate? That's what you've got to focus on in evaluation. And remember, evaluation you should be doing throughout your essay. So make your KAA point, maybe in a paragraph, but then in that same paragraph, or maybe in a separate paragraph just below, evaluate it. Evaluate it. Now if you don't know how to evaluate, watch my very, very strong video on how to do evaluation. What it is, how to do it well. I go through very clearly 4 different ways of you evaluating, which then you can use depending on what the question is. So watch that video, then you'll understand what I mean by you need to make 2 evaluation points here. So the 2 points you're looking to evaluate. You want to evaluate the point you're making, apply it. Apply it. So whichever KAA point you're evaluating, there will be some context in the case study itself. Maybe something you can directly quote, or just maybe something you can refer to. Absolutely fine. But applied evaluation is so important if you're going to score your full marks for evaluation. And whatever point you're making in evaluation, serious detail here as well. So important that here you don't skimp on the detail. Again, chains of reasoning. Seriously detailed writing in evaluation is going to maximize your marks. Again, if you want to draw a diagram to make your evaluation point stronger, do so with the same caveat as to what I said before. That is the structure of this 15-mark question, guys. You'll see it's very, very simple, very similar to the 10-marker that I covered in the last video. Very simple, practice it, smash it, use mark schemes to guide you. Good luck in your exams. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.